Belmonts. We should have killed all the Belmonts.
That was good. I enjoyed that, yeah. Oh. Should probably call it a night, though. That's enough for now. You win this round, computerized peer pressure. Alright, fine. I guess one more episode can't hurt.
Would you please leave my testicles alone?
And this concludes our broadcast day.
That's a new feature. Have you ever been in a situation and thought, now, how would Garfield deal with this? Well, I hope so, since he was in this exact same position on the Megasys in 1995. Oh hey, my birth year, where he starred in Garfield, Caught in the Act. It must be said that, despite his current meme status, I still actually like Garfield. Unironically. The original cartoon was a good time and the comics hold up fairly well. Well, except that one. Does this venture into video games hold up? I don't know. All I know is that this comic really was strange. Seriously, Jim, what the hell? Well, this is abstract. When in Rome. First impressions are important, and amazingly, Garfield delivers. From the very nice animation on the logo, and especially the music. Right out of the gate, I can say I like the music in this game. The title theme is catchy, the item menu is surprisingly memorable, the jaunty cutscene tunes, all good. And speaking of cutscenes, we jump into the plot, which sees Garfield lazing about watching TV. Does anyone else think it looks like Odie's ears are coming out of his eyeballs? Oh, well, they changed colour, so I guess that it doesn't really. And so did Garfield's muzzle. But there's no time for that since Garfield just broke the TV, meaning there's only one thing to do. Create life. What? You've never done that? So this monster is known as Glitch, which is a design almost too cool for Garfield. Even in-game it looks awesome. Glitch traps Garfield inside the TV, oh the irony, and the game begins with full marks for presentation. Seriously, Garfield is amazingly well animated, and backgrounds are nice and detailed. The reasoning for Garfield's smooth and characterful animation is due to the sprites being hand-drawn by Jim Davis and the company themselves. That's commendable, and really makes the game stand out. Jumping into the remote takes us to the first level. Okay, I think we're jumping the gun a bit. Garfield's Ghouls and Ghosts, which is pretty much how the game goes. Traveling to the end of each level and making use of both physical and projectile moves against enemies that come the hell out of nowhere. Especially bats that blend into the background, so it's about as unfair as Ghouls and Ghosts. No. You know what? No, not this time. I got a game over in Yoshi's Story. Many in Smarty's Meltdown. I'm owning this one. I don't suck at video games, I swear! Right. Behold the Lord High Executioner, a personage of noble rank and title. Yes, da 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 da.
When did you even get here?
Season 3, I believe.
You'd think the death animation would be the TV turning off, not that. So unlike Yoshi's story, Garfield actually controls pretty well. He can be a bit slippery at times, but for the most part, no real complaints. Platforming feels good. And aesthetically, I like how his costume changes every level to accommodate the level's theme. Kind of like Mario Party 2, but without the broken friendships, the tears, the rage, the broken porcelain duck that one time. But in terms of difficulty, it doesn't fall under hard or anything, but it's more questionable. You take a lot of hits, but to balance it out, the game is very generous with health items. Like, very generous. But then to unbalance is this checkpoint being very badly placed, since I have to take a hit off the fence to reach it. Okay, that made it worth it. And so the remote marks the end of the level and time to face the boss.
Dracula! You don't belong in this world! Nautilex?
Who?
Bad. Very bad!
Talk of familiar faces, here's Odie as Count Slobula. Keeping the theme of Garfield's costumes going, has the bosses being variants of Odie who also matches the level's style. It's a fun idea and is in keeping with the tone of Garfield. But how does it stack with the great Castlevania bosses? I don't know. All I know is that Garfield took so long getting through the level that it's now daytime being the key to beating him. Go Majora's Mask on his ass. Beat him so bad he keyframes off screen.
True victory. I hope you have a plan. Is it me, or does it feel 95% more nautical here?
Farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies.
Between each level lies the commercial break, which is pretty tough actually. Take the half pipe from Sonic 2, but remove a dimension meaning that you can't see what's ahead, and boy, you go way too fast. Ah well, at least you get to hit John in the face in his only appearance. Is that a heartbeat? I do not like the connotations of that. On to the next level, which you can guess is indeed a pirate-themed level with damn good music and a gorgeous background. Look at those lights in the back. Lovely atmosphere. And oh my god! Pirate skeletons! Gaming has peaked! Another nice detail is Garfield's weapons changing every level. The amount of effort and detail in this game is truly commendable. The amount of passion in this is appreciated. But boy, this level is a step up in difficulty for sure. Instead of the vast plains of Halloweeny goodness, it's very precise Buccaneer-based platforming, what with the water, cannonballs, and giant vine claws. I don't know how I survived that. Oh, some decide just not to hurt you. We're going with Undertale rules apparently. Again, the platforming feels good, but I draw the line at black bats on a black background. You're better than this. The next stage is pure platforming with climbing through a jungle, which on one hand is kind enough to not throw pits at you. But as a result, that means if you fall down, you have to make your way back up like Polar Express on the GameCube. What? It's valid.
I think we have to go up.
We could just go around.
Nah, I definitely feel like it's up.
Your judgment is questionable.
If it helps, I think going up's easier.
That makes no sense.
I know, but it gets results.
Hey, if it works for Garfield, it works for me. For some reason, jumping into the water pit not only doesn't kill you, but throws you up several levels. Is that a secret or a glitch? At the very least, it's so nice of the birds to wait for you to finish climbing before attacking you, avoiding any potential bullshit knockback. The monkeys, though, they're bastards. What with their off-screen projectiles? At least Garfield has his own to make up for it. Down? You want me to go down? You sure? I sure as hell don't trust that, but I've got nothing else to lose. Why?
That's always rough. And let's see if I was right. There be treasure. I be right.
I somehow feel very dizzy.
Let's see what else is on. Ha! See? If we didn't go up that tree, we never would have found this cave.
I suppose you are correct.
Hang on. This blunder dies with us, right?
Agreed.
Whose bone has been thrown?
Who cast the first stone?
Roger? I mean, how you been, man? This about the legs still?
And keeping in the spirit of bosses in this game, the pirate skeleton boss is played by a pirate skeleton. Or should I stress a giant pirate skeleton? And to be honest, I didn't know this was a boss at first. That is definitely not Odie, but I suppose the idea of a dead skeletal Odie would be disturbing. I have no idea what I'm doing or how I'm still alive, but it's working. I think. Oh god, no! They're all dead! Well, that's redundant. It's not really a bad day for them, is it? And back into logbox 720 we go. And I quite like that sense of progression since despite being a hub world, it is linear. There is an end goal that this is all building towards. At least, I hope there is.
Oh, I hate to do this. I'm sorry.
Doesn't seem like anything is different here.
Wait. My teeth are slightly different.
Is that it?
It would appear so.
The mother Tyrannosaurus has broken her fast, and she is back with a vengeance. 3 Tyrannosaurus chicks wait. They will remain under their mother's protection for at least the next 2 months. Soon after that, she will abandon them, or worse, view them as food.
Thanks for the pep talk, Lockhart.
Ooga bunga ugh, it's a dino level ugh.
And this is Garfield's take on Joe and Mac, what with the prehistoric style and similar combat, including bombs being replaced by the fish skeletons. They're more similar than you'd think. And also look at his tusks. They suit him well. This is definitely the first level where the sense of getting lost starts to seep in. If it wasn't for the arrows that pop up, I'd struggle for sure. I'm just sort of winging it at this point, but hey, at least the ledge grab is a lifesaver. We've got that going at least. And Garfield taking being underwater quite well. I guess he's just too lazy to drown. Can I just reiterate too that I adore the animation? I'm glad we're still getting hand-drawn platformers like Wario Land Shake It! And the Monster Boy franchise. It's incredibly charming and Garfield's iconic design lends itself to it well. Cheese. This level's made of cheese. I don't know what else to say. That's clearly cheese. So the next section of the level... String cheese, come on! The next section is the boss, which is a dinosaur Odie. Naturally. It's a relatively simple puzzle boss which sees you throwing up very detailed rocks and time it right to hit Odie. The thing is, I feel like you have to get hit because either Odie falls on you or you have to get too close. Ah, well, at least he goes out with some dignity. Making car skidding noises and falling off the screen. Good for him.
Hello, beastie.
They will tell legends of this day.
And they will be beautiful. But for now...
My name is TomatoGhost Noir. It's 1933 and I'm a private eye. I'm on the trail for the mad bomber, Dexplode. I like to drink coffee without letting it cool, just to feel something. And with my loyal confidant Caligum with me, the truth can run but not hide for long. The game is on now. So this little cat guy, Heathcliff, I think his name is, dons the classic detective look that harks back to the TV special he did once, Babes and Bullets.
Are you Spade?
I never know how to answer that question.
And just like the case of the cretinous cretin, this level is one big maze. The problem though is that while it starts off relatively fine in the sewers, once you reach the outside area, the maze becomes vertical, meaning that if you make one mistimed jump, one hit too many, one false arrest, you're going back down and starting over. Doesn't help that the enemies are pretty tough to avoid. When you break a trash can, you have to be fast to dodge the enemy inside, and this old bastard's on the list! I'm trapped in a dog pen, with one hit left. Maybe if I crouch he won't see me. Oh, he sees me! Thank God the checkpoint's right at the end of the level, because if I screw up then it's just easier to off myself than climb back up. Also, you don't move on the wrecking ball, so good luck with that. I'm sure if you know what you're doing you could go through this level in about 2 minutes. Me? 12. So naturally we reach the boss, who's one smooth pooch. I like this boss. I like the motion picture style, the unique way of taking him down with bombs, and he is holding on to that look like a Chicago overcoat. It also helps that when you use a continue, it starts you right at the boss like an extra life, which begs the question, why bother with game overs? Garfield is on the fence, huh? Must be conflicted about something. Probably whether to reenact the intro of his show or not.
That's right. It was me, you gumshoe. It was me the entire time.
Dexplode, I finally got you.
That's right. And with my new Theodore Roosevelt bombs, I'll level this town in a week. Ugh. pretzel taco recipe dies with me. Abyssinia.
And with that, Chief, Dexplode has blown his last dingus.
You idiot! You were supposed to take him in alive!
All in a day's work.
No, it wasn't!
And so, the sun sets on another day of justice restored to our fair town. And every day the question always grows in the back of my mind. What's the point in any of this? Did this accomplish anything? I guess I'll never know.
Huh. That was different.
Why does he have a gun if he never intends to use it?
I guess we'll never know.
It would be wise to move on now.
Yeah. That show probably got cancelled anyway. That is not good for my claustrophobia. Oh god. Okay. Moving on.
The Curse of Cleopatra. Okay, that's pretty good. So, for your typical Egyptian level, instant booby trap! They do not mess around. I mean, look at that. That's just disturbing. What I find neat in this level, though, is that your weapon has a second use as it can light torches, activating platforms, doors, and the such. Of course, Garfield has much better upper body strength than I do, and when pushing blocks, he just becomes all teeth. This animation, I tell you, it's gold. I think they're overcompensating with the booby traps, though. They're everywhere. To be fair, if Garfield can get past them, then I think your security sucks.
I suppose that's better than nothing.
Yup. Not doing that again.
You know what's a prerequisite for playing a Garfield game? A Mega Drive, a controller, a copy of the game, and a degree in physics. Because this puzzle stumped me for a while. Gotta keep that momentum up, but I'm no physics student. Even after looking it up, I was still struggling. I'm sure it's very easy, but as I've said before, I suck at video games. I do like the puzzle variety though. You've got your crushes where one is fake, so jumping on sand waterfall, timing platform jumps, finding the one hole on a slide that's not a pit, and more pendulums.
I'm just gonna stand on this platform,
Batting locusts. Slowly going up. I'm sure there's a boss soon. Please.
Beautiful desert of nothingness. I'm sure there's nothing dangerous and evil out here. Right on cue! Well, that's definitely not fair.
This boss sucks. Mainly because
I don't know what I'm doing.
So it seems instead of fighting an enemy head-on, you're fighting the stage itself, as you have to fight 3 statues who can shoot locusts and fire lasers out their eyes. As all good statues do. Shame that the locusts never stop! Nor did I realize that the eyes were their weakness, or that they had torches in their mouths. I mean, can you see that? What you have to do is take the platforms up to the mouths of the statues, light the torches to extend their tongues so you can jump up, and... His eyes! Get him in the eyes! Do this on both, and you can go for the final statue in the middle. Shame it took me ages to figure all this out. At least it's over. Damn snake! That's cruel! Just when you think it's over. After all, if you die, you have to start again. That's why I'm glad the snake frickin' explodes.
Okay.
You know you can press the remote at any time, right?
You magnificent bastard.
I know.
I like to think I could have done that in at least 3 times the length of time. But it's good to see you.
I haven't done that in a while. It's still fun.
So, the 3 Musketeers back together again. Shall we?
Into the breach.
Oh yes!
And that is...
I don't know. But I'm gonna touch it.
What was that?
Staticky bitch! Oh! Easy.
You just said it was static.
Yep, I deserve that.
Let us go get that son of a bitch!
Wow.
And now for the best part of the game, and the main reason I remember this game. The final fight against Glitch, accurately called Season Finale. I said way back at the start the music was great, and the music here is fantastic. Thank you, CJS0. And what's better is something I forgot to mention purely because I forgot to mention it, is that there's a PC version of the game with high-res versions of each music track, and yeah, it's great. I slightly prefer the Megasys version because of the instrumentation, but hot dang! The tempo and percussion of the PC version is awesome. The music fittingly escalates as the fight goes on and just makes for a great finale. The fight itself is even keeping in character with Garfield, since he doesn't take Glitch on himself. He's too fat and lazy for that. However, pushing mirrors to reflect Glitch's moves back at him, that works well.
Well, this is a spot of bother.
Yeah. But I think I've started to figure this all out.
Me too.
Yeah? Why, because you read my mind?
No, because I'm smart. What about you?
I played Garfield for the Mega Drive. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Oh yes! I'm gonna cancel him faster than Firefly!
I like the detail that Glitch is riding a scan line. That sort of TV aesthetic is one of the main appeals of this game, and good lord, he's going crazy! I love this madman. I don't care if his 3D model clashes with a hand-drawn style. It makes him that much more special. Hell, Garfield made him technically, and I love heroes that create their own villains. After taking enough hits and some pure platforming, Glitch glitches the hell out and is finally defeated, meaning Garfield can grab the remote and go home.
Fun. Let's do that again.
You almost died, man! You were worried at the start, you little sadist! Although I suppose taking death out of the equation, that whole adventure was like half an hour. He took it well.
Nice touch.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
And thanks for the implication that this was all Jim Davis's doing. I mean, it technically was, but that's beside the point. You think John would show up and be annoyed Garfield's been messing around with the TV, or Odie would come back at all, but well. And these credits accompanied with a medley of the music tracks, therefore meaning another round of Glitch's theme, I'll take it. We come to an end of this surprisingly charming and decent game. Who would have thought Garfield would be capable of this little hidden gem?
Did you know that laser is actually an acronym that stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated...
Get on with it!
Ah, you get the point. This concludes our broadcast day.
I suppose that is that.
What the hell just happened?
It feels like there was a signal sent through the screen, like something reached out to pull you in.
Now who would want to do that?
I have no idea.
That's new. 2.
I believe we should sleep this off.
Yeah, this plot failed for whoever tried to capture us. I hope they learned their lesson.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure someday we'll look back on this whole ordeal and laugh. What is my life? Enough of that nonsense.